Hey guys, welcome back. Since you've seen how I bring my dolls to life, now I'm going to show you how I created my mad science laboratory. This is going to be a 3-part video, so let's get started. We got a lot of ground to cover. Today we're going to make our set from pink insulation foam. This foam can be found at your local Home Depot or Lowe's. I'm using two 24 by 24 sheets, or you can also use full 8 by 10 foot sheets. They come in different thickness of 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 3/4 of an inch, and 2 inches. So before I do anything else, I've laid out my floor plan so I know where everything goes. Next, I'm going to magnetize my boards so they are collapsible and easy to store away and easy to snap back together. I make an indentation of the magnet on the board and then cut out that indentation so that the magnet fits inside the board. Make sure you have your hot glue settings to low when you glue the magnet to the board, or else if you have it on high settings, the glue will melt through the board. Do the step for all your walls to magnetize to your floor. And make sure when you are placing the magnets that you pay attention and they are facing the right way and not opposite so they won't repel each other. I've made that mistake quite a few times. Always make sure to test fit your walls to your floor as you go along. Next, we're going to create the brickwork on the wall. For this particular set, I am going to do cinder blocks on the wall. The brickwork is the most tedious and repetitive part of this process, but in the end, it really makes a difference in detail and well worth the extra work. Once I finish laying out the pattern for the brick, I use my X-Acto knife to go over the marks that I have made. Then I use my pencil to further push the indentation into the wall and get some really nice creases and grooves in the insulation foam. Next, I add some texture by using a hard barbecue brush or whatever you have on hand to create texture on the walls. I just basically take my brush and just start beating the foam down with it, and that'll give you some really nice, great texture. I do this for all my walls. Next, I make a black wash by using some cheap black acrylic paint and adding water to it to dilute it. Now, the whole goal to this is to basically make it as watery as, not as watery as possible, but a good consistency so that the paint drips into the grooves and into the cracks so that later on you will be able to see those cracks and grooves when you add your final paint color. Once you do that, you want to go ahead and let your board dry. Next, I take my wall paint color and go ahead and give my brickwork some painting. You want to go ahead and do, you don't really want to do a dry brush. You want to have some paint on there, but you don't want so much paint that the top paint goes into the grooves. Once that's dry, I add highlights by adding a lighter paint color with a sponge, or you could even do a really dry brush at this point. After that's complete, I added specks of white paint to the wall. When the whole wall is dry, I added a flat wood trim to the inside of the doorway to clean up the foam edges. Then I took a piece of 1/2 inch thick white project foam board, outlined my doorway, and cut it out to get my door. I cut out a small window in my doorway, but this is optional. You don't have to do this. And once I completed that, I went ahead and I added wooden trim all around the door. This next part right here is where you get to use your imagination and create the type of door that you would like to see. You can go online and look up lab doors or bunker doors for reference. I chose to paint my door silver and add a door handle and keypad. I also added some signs for detail. Placed a mesh and a clear plastic packaging in that small little window area. Once the door is complete, I'm going to secure the door to the wall by adding hinges. I'm using crazy glue to secure the hinges to the door. Then added a wooden flat trim painted black to secure the other end of the hinges to the wall. After I screwed in the hinges to the wall, I also added crazy glue for another level of security. Then I placed trim around the door to cover the edges and any imperfections. Make sure your door opens and closes at ease. And this is where if you want to add any other detail, like the fire extinguisher that I added in, or lighting switches, panels, signs, or anything like that, this is a good time for you to go ahead and add those to your wall. I also added some aged pipes by using some 1/2 inch PVC pipes. So I went ahead and painted those and added some bronze and some aging and added that to my walls as another level of detail. Once I completed that, I went ahead and finished the other side of my wall. Completed all 3 of my walls and my flooring. Now it's time to put my walls and my flooring together. Because it's magnetized, it's gonna just snap right into place.